On this episode of Taste This, we are going to do Supli. Little fried rice balls stuffed with mozzarella. Oh, just watch. Hi, I'm Leo Damien and welcome to Taste This. I've spent much of my life in the kitchen with my large Italian family in Italy and New York. I've worked every position in the restaurant business. I want to show you the heirloom techniques and dishes I've learned from the 8 matron cooks in my family. You gotta taste this. All right, so Supli, it's basically a rice ball. We just make it like into a meatball, except it's rice. We put a little bit of mozzarella inside, we bread it, and we fry it. Now, the rice we're gonna use is, we're gonna start with a little Arborio rice, an Italian rice that we make risotto with. So let's start by making our risotto. So let's go ahead and let's get some butter in the pan. Well, we got a hot pan here. We don't want to get that, a little bit of oil. And then with put our onion in. Basically, in a risotto rice dish, you're basically taking onion, you're sauteing the onion down and softening it. Then you're gonna kind of like fry the rice. You put the rice in that oil and that butter, and you wanna cook that down a little bit before you put liquids in. Different than when you do rice like the regular style American rice, where you just put the rice in the pot and you start throwing some water in until you get a certain amount of ratio of water to rice, and just bring it up to heat and let it cook slowly. This, you're gonna take that rice, and we're gonna cook that rice down a little bit. And we're gonna go ahead and put that right in there with our butter, oil, and onion. Now you see the rice is beginning to brown up a little bit. So we're ready to put in a little bit of broth. Now I made some chicken broth here, and you just ladle in a little bit of chicken broth. All right, getting there. This is looking good. This is looking good. Let's taste. Taste, see if we need salt. No, delicious. Now it's still very firm. It's only probably halfway cooked, or maybe 2/3 cooked. The whole process takes maybe 20 minutes. All right, so we're cooking this risotto down. It's been cooking for about 20 minutes or so, and now is when I would normally, if I was just making a risotto, I would add some butter in this and finish it off with some butter and some Parmesan cheese. Now, I've ground up some Parmesan cheese, and I will go ahead and put some Parmesan cheese in here, but I'm not gonna put the butter in this one. If I'm gonna make Supli out of this, I don't want the butter in here. I just want to keep this stiff. So I don't want to put the butter in this one. So now we're going to go ahead and take this risotto out of this pan and put it on a plate, because I want to get it ready for rolling into little balls. Now we need to get the mozzarella ready. I'm going to cut it. All right, I think this is cooled off enough. So we'll get ourselves a good amount of rice, like this, and make a little indentation in there, and get ourselves a little bit of that mozzarella, a little bit on top. So we make the ball, and close it up a little bit, lightly roll that in the egg. Now these Supli, because there's nothing uncooked in the inside, you don't need to fry them a lot. You need to brown the outside crispy. And the inside, that mozzarella will melt up a little bit in the rice and now in the oil. So you get this nice and crispy and brown. And if this works, we're gonna make a bunch more, because sometimes I have to judge exactly how dry that rice is to make the perfect one on the inside, but let's take a look. Look at that. Look at that. All right, ready? Mozzarella is so creamy. Oh, the crust is with the oregano. The rice, the risotto is just perfect. I mean, just delicious.
It tastes like a meal and dessert all in one. I swear to God, I mean, it looks like a dessert when you see it. That's why I want to put cinnamon or sugar on it. But now I see why you don't want to do that.
No.
No. I mean, like that is. And it's filling too. I mean, it kind of hits the spot. I mean, it's really, you know.
I feel like this would easily, if you could have like a food truck with these, they would sell. Like,
oh
I
shit!
feel like people would, because people love just like all these combinations of stuff, and I feel like this is like a good example of that.
I think he's right. Could you do different variations on the Supli truck?
Leo's Supli balls.
Leo's balls and Laura
Hey guys.
serves it up.
You gotta taste these Supli. Unbelievable.